Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Thomas. We start tonight with an ABC 10 exclusive. For the first time since the deadly K Street mass shooting, one of the men charged in the case is speaking out from the Sacramento County Jail. It comes after a mistrial was declared just a few days ago. Mtula Payton says he acted in self-defense the night 6 people were shot and killed. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias is here now with that exclusive interview.
Chris, I sat down with Mtula Payton, and during that time, he shared that on the night of the shooting, it was like any other night for him. He says this was a regular occurrence, and he played no role in any altercation that may have led to the shooting. He says he was only trying to protect himself.
There's 2 sides to every story.
Through a glass barrier at the Sacramento County Jail, Mtula Payton is speaking publicly for the first time since the K Street mass shooting.
To me, I feel like when you don't speak, that's a sign of guilt. If you're saying you're innocent or you reacted in self-defense or no matter whatever way you reacted, why not share that? Why not speak up on your actions? Why not speak on your truth?
Payton was one of the defendants charged with multiple counts of murder, including being a felon in possession of a firearm. During the trial, prosecutors argued he and others were criminally responsible for the deaths of innocent people. But for 4 years after the shooting that took the lives of 6 people, Payton remains adamant that he reacted in self-defense when he fired his gun on April 3rd, 2022.
I'm not denying the fact that I did fire my gun, but I did it in self-defense. I ran, I got shot, and then I returned fire. I didn't just recklessly try to shoot nobody.
He also says that by the time he returned fire, everyone had already been shot, and that prosecutors have not been able to prove that any of the bullets from his gun killed anyone. We asked him about his involvement with the gang, since prosecutors allege the shooting was a result of gang rivalry. But he says he wants people to know
that just because people are from an area doesn't mean that they're indulging in the gang conflict that's going on. You know, like, we get stereotyped just because of the communities we're from.
And on Thursday, we also spoke to the mother of 4 of his children. Felicia Thomas says the entire ordeal has been traumatizing.
I did eventually start back going out, but every time I was around, I kept looking over my shoulder. My anxiety was through the roof. Like, I did not want to be outside. I was scared, but I had to do it for my kids because life goes on.
Both Thomas and Payton say they are not trying to downplay what happened on the night of the shooting, but they don't want the wrong person to be charged. Payton also says the families of the victims are entitled to feel however they need to feel.
But do I feel like I should spend the rest of my life in jail for some murders that I did not do? No. The facts are the facts. The law is the law.
Chris, we also spent about an hour speaking to Payton. He was pretty open to answer all of my questions today.
And I have to ask you, talk about his biggest priority now.
Chris, he says that his biggest priority right now are his 6 children that are obviously living every day without him. That's his biggest concern. He wants to get back to them and help raise them and make sure that he doesn't lose time with them.
And what does he think about the possibility of another trial given this mistrial?
Well, he says spiritually he's prepared, but as far as just preparing for it mentally, that's the difficult part, because he says he's losing sleep, not knowing the possibility of what these jurors may feel in this other trial. And so it's just kind of waiting in limbo for him. His big answer, though, is he does not want a trial.
Okay. Our Roxanne Elias with that exclusive interview tonight. And we do have a statement from community activist Leah Shank. We thank you, Roxanne. Take a look. She says throughout the trial, it was stated repeatedly that Mr. Payton's firearm did not kill anyone. He was surrounded by gunfire. Several people were killed. Many others were wounded, and he himself was shot. The evidence showed that he initially ran from the gunfire in an effort to escape before he ever drew his weapon. Stay with ABC 10 for updates.